Thank God you're here. I'm sorry. I know we were supposed to meet up at the aerobic center so I could teach you, you know, how to be an instructor, but I really needed to vent right now. So I appreciate you coming over to let me vent. I appreciate it so much. But before I get started, would you like a piece of gum? I always feel like, I don't know, gum kind of like helps me figure out my thoughts. I don't know. Do you want a piece? I'll put it in front of you. Here you go. And I'm gonna pop a piece into. Okay. Yeah. It's about Stephanie. You know, well, I don't know. She spent a lot to handle these past couple of days. Okay. Okay, I'm good. Yeah, I'm fine. It's just, so let me tell you about Stephanie, okay? So, you know, I've been driving her to work, you know, to and from work these past couple of months to, you know, the aerobic center. And, you know, I felt like, you know, I brought up Stephanie a while back, remember? And, you know, I was like, is she taking advantage of me when I, you know, like, letting me drive her to work and stuff? She wasn't even paying me, you know? Like, we would go out to, like, dinner every now and then, and, you know, she would pay or whatnot, but, you know, it's kind of, like, different, I guess. So let me tell you about today, okay? I mean, it's been good, you know, the past couple of weeks or whatnot, but today, she kind of just, like, made me so mad. I don't get mad often, you know? So it was, like, you know, we were doing our last shift, you know, of the day, and, you know, I was, you know, driving her home, because I had drove her this morning, and she wanted me to, like, do this thing, like, as soon as we got off, well, actually, I called off first, and, you know, I went up to her, and I was like, well, she asked if, you know, it was time to leave, and I was like, yeah. She was like, did you clock out already? And I was like, yeah. And she was, like, still, you know, working with some of her, like, students, or she was, like, still talking to them or whatnot. And, I don't know, she just seemed, like, like, pissed off or something. Like, I didn't, like, come see her before I clocked out, but, you know, when I'm gonna clock out, I'm gonna clock out, because I want to go home. I wanna take my nap, you know? But yeah. And then, so I like, help her with what she's, you know, I help her with, you know, the people she's working with. And then clock out. And then, so, she has to go to the back, and she has to kind of, like, you know, we have the towels, that, she has to, like, you know, put the towels in, like, the bins, and, you know, she has to put them, you know, all that crap. You'll know about it when you know, you come in, but, so she was like, I'm gonna need you to, she hands me, like, a $10 bill, and she wants me to go to the store next door, store next door, I don't know why that's funny, but it is, and she's like, so, because, like, we have, like, discount at the store the store that's beside, you know, the aerobic center, like, we can go, you know, before they even open, and, like, get snacks or whatnot, but we have to pay for them when the store opens, so it's, like, you know, like, when the mall opens, we usually go, and we, like, you know, prepare for our class that's coming in, and, yeah, so she had gotten, like, you know, some chips, and she had a bottle of Coke, and she was like, okay, so I want you to take this $10 bill, and I want you to, well, how she worded it was, like, really hard for me to understand, and I was trying to understand, like, I was literally trying to understand, but I was tired. I had a long day today, and she, like, kept repeating it. She was like, I don't know exactly what she wanted me to do. She was like, take these chips, and she had like already eaten them, so she, we still have to pay for them even though the bag is empty, so that they're not like losing money or anything. Yeah, so she's like, take the bag of chips, and I want you to, and the Coke, it's in the freezer in the back. I was like, okay. She was just like explaining it to me over and over again. I was like, I don't know what you're asking me. Like, make it easier for me to understand. I was getting pissed off too. She clearly was probably too. Because she was like, and the thing that like really topped it off was that she was like, she called me stupid. And, I know she's like joking or whatnot, but, I've had this experience in the past where like people or someone would call me stupid and I would like actually like believe it. And I'd be like, am I stupid? No, I'm not stupid. It's just you're making it hard to understand. And I don't know. I don't know if this is making any sense to you or whatnot, and I'm sorry I'm like blabbering. I know you're just like sitting there like, what is going on? But I know I just needed to vent for a little bit. I hope that is totally okay with you. We can go do something after this if you want, but yeah. But it continues. It continues. So like, I'm like, okay, whatever. So she like goes to the back to get the towels into the bins or whatnot. And I like take the bag of chips that she has, and I go to the back and I get the go to the back into the freezer and I get the Coke. And I go to the store next door, and I like pay for the stuff for her. And I'm like, okay. So after I get paid, after I pay for it and stuff, I'm like waiting for her in front of the Orbeck Center until she gets done, and I see her and she's coming. She's talking to someone else. And I was like, okay, I really want to get home, so can you hurry up? That's like the thing that makes me so mad is like sometimes I just want to like call, like, as soon as I call off, like, I'm tired. I'm tired as heck. And she's just like going on about her business. And I'm like, can you please hurry the frickin' up? Hurry the frick up, because I'm tired. I want to go home and I want to take my nap. But no, you're just talking to all these people, and I'm like, ugh. I don't know. I get so heated. But yeah. And then so on the car ride, no. Okay, so she sees the Coke. She's like, why do you have the Coke? I was like, well, how was I supposed to pay for it if, I don't have the Coke? And she was like, you were supposed to like leave it in the back because I'm going to be coming back for it, the next day. And I was like, oh, okay. Anyway, so I guess we like move on from that. And she's like, let me get in my car. And then she's like, and I'm assuming you don't have I'm assuming you threw the chips away. And I was like, yeah, because they were empty. And she was like, okay, and she handed me the chips, and it was like rolled up in like a little, like when you like roll a newspaper up and it's like a roll, you gotta like hit someone with it. And that's how she handed it to me, and it appeared as if it was empty because there was like nothing in it. And so like when I pay for it, I'm like, you can go ahead and throw the chips away because it's empty. She's like, okay, I'm gonna throw the chips away. And I was like, okay. So when she said that in the car, I was like, but they were empty. And she was like, no, there was like a couple in there. And I was like, okay, well, okay. You could have told me that. I didn't, you gave it to me as if it was empty. So you know what? Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm just, it's too much. It's too much for my little brain. Like, I don't know. And then like on the car ride home, it was kind of like awkward. It was like silent, and then she was like talking. And like what annoys me the most is that she'll like be talking on the phone, and like it doesn't look like, or sometimes she'll like say something and it's like, it sounds like she's talking to me, but she's actually talking to the person that's on the phone. And I'm like, and I'll like respond, and she's just like, oh, I'm on the phone. And I was like, oh, okay, it's awkward. So like today, she was like talking to someone on the phone, and like I couldn't tell if she was actually talking on the phone or not, and I didn't want to like look over because I was driving. And so she was like saying these things, and I was like kind of like, yeah, yeah. I was like replying back, and then she was like, she said something else that was like, like, the person on the phone had asked a question, she was answering it, and so I was like, was she talking to the person on the phone this whole time? And I was like literally replying. That is so embarrassing. That is so embarrassing. She didn't even say anything about it, which maybe that's good, because then I would be even more embarrassed if she had pointed it out. But I don't know, it just makes me so mad. Like, I'm at the point where she's just gonna have to walk to work because I'm tired driving her to work. And, you know, I mean, she is nice, you know, sometimes, you know, she can be nice. Like, she does a lot of things for a lot of people, but I don't know, just sometimes I'm just like done, you know. But I don't know. I hope I didn't. I don't know. But anyway, well, I guess I'm done with that rant session. I'm done venting now. I think I feel a little bit better. I just needed to talk to someone. I just needed to talk to you for a little bit. I hope that's okay. Yeah, and then maybe we can stop by like a diner, and we can go out for dinner or something. And then we'll have to rain check, you know, the aerobics, your aerobics session instructor thing. But yeah, but okay. So I am gonna go to the bathroom real quick, and I will catch you out front. Okay. Okay. I will see you then.